Nowadays, you jump on anywhere and you'll see somebody saying, hey, I have 5,000 doors or I have all these properties. But you have to wonder, how do you get started? Stick with me because I'm going to be going over that today. Hi, I'm Emmanuel. Welcome to If I Can, You Can, the channel where if I can do it, you can do it too. I go over real estate investing and home renovations. Today I'm going to be going over how to get started in real estate for newbies. The first thing I really want to establish is you don't need to be rich. You don't need to already have 10 doors. You don't need to be licensed. You don't need any of that. What you really need to do is focus on being educated. The more you can learn, the better positioned you are. You want to look at things like books and podcasts and YouTube channels like this. And make sure you look at these and learn a whole lot about the industry in total and see what you can do. The more you know, the more you can help yourself. I like to equate this to having tools in a tool bag. They might not all be appropriate for every situation, but the more you put in that tool bag and the more things you know how to do, the more chances you're going to have in the future to pull out the appropriate thing and be the person in the right place in the right time for a great deal. In particular, you need to learn some terms, understand basic language like cap rates, ARV, the BRRRR method, equity. All these things you need to understand. That way when you're talking to everyone else, you're all speaking the same language. Next, you need to focus on a strategy. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna house hack? Are you gonna buy a property that's an investment and improve it? Are you gonna do a short-term rental? What are you going to do? What do you want to focus on? And then center on that. But remember, you can't try everything at once. Focus on one thing. Next is you're going to have to focus on the numbers. This is a whole numbers-driven industry, and you need to know it like the back of your hand. So focus on how to make a deal work and how to analyze things. Make sure you know how much money you're taking in, how much things are costing you, and what your cash flow is on the backside, and all the other things like appreciation and debt pay down. Start making calculators to figure these out, or use something like a BiggerPockets calculator to figure out what you need to do to analyze deals. And the next thing you need to do is put together a team. You're gonna need to talk to people like contractors. You wanna talk to people like inspectors, plumbers. You wanna talk to real estate agents, other investors. The more people that you know in the industry, the more you can learn from them. So make sure to expand your network. The next step, you're going to need to find some funding somewhere. So either start saving up for a down payment. It could be as low as 3.5% down for an FHA loan. Or if you're a veteran, it could be as low as 0% down. Now you'll still have to come to the table with closing costs and some other fees, but it could be remarkably inexpensive. And if you don't have the cash to go into it, it's not a problem, but you can still work around that. If you find partners and you're willing to put in something like sweat equity or find a deal, if you're the one that can enable that, there's a possibility there that you can arrange a deal where you don't put nearly any of the money down or maybe none at all. But it needs to be very favorable terms for the other person. And the next thing you need to do is iterations of this. The more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. So you want to drive around and look at houses, ask people what to look for if they're looking for how to improve houses. Hey, you know what? These have all these old fake gold doorknobs. That's a great thing to look for because those are easy to swap out and add value there because nobody likes it and nobody wants to work to improve it. But if you go in there and you're the person, guess what? You're going to get the benefit of it. Same thing. Paint is remarkably cheap, and a lot of people will pass on a property because they don't like the paint scheme. Hey, this one's red, this other room's blue, this other one's green. It's like they're living in a rainbow, but nobody wants to make it one solid color throughout the entirety of the house. If you're the person to do that, you get the benefit because more people like it and people will pay more for things they don't have to work on. The more you do this, the better you'll get at it. Same thing with running the comps. Look at houses that are on Zillow or whatever other website you want and say, hey, if I rent it out for this much, this is how much I get. The more times you do that, the better you'll know a deal when you see it. And you can start making rules like, hey, the 1% rule of if the rent is 1% of the actual sale value of the home, typically it'll work out. You want to find out those rules too that can make quick and easy math for you too. But for right now, that's all I have. If you have any suggestions for newbies or anything you learned along the way you wish other people to know, please let me know in the comments below. But that's all I have for right now, and I'll see you in the next one.